What is the what is the secret? What is the cause to form such a type of destructive phenomena by the nature? The phenomena which are forming by natural means as a natural by nature. Okay, those we are calling natural phenomena. So the phenomena which are giving destruction, the phenomena, destructive phenomena, which are coming by nature, then how those are coming, how those are forming by the nature, what are the secret to form those, we are going to what identifying secret to why it is, means what is the cause to identify, cause to form a what a natural phenomena, what are the causes to form natural phenomena, that we are discussing to continue our lesson. So of course in our last class we learned about, so when we rubbed a particular object on the particular surface, but when we rubbed with when you rubbed a particular object on the particular surface, what happened by after rubbing, by bringing near to the tiny type of paper, by rubbing after, by bringing tiny type of paper, what we observe, the tiny papers are attracted to the that rubbed object, that rubbed object. Is it or not? So of course we know well about from our lower class onwards we're learning that. So and also we learn what are the objects, what are the tiny substances are attracting to the rubbed materials or otherwise rubbed objects from different surfaces. And also we learn not only tiny papers are attracting to that particular rubbed substances, we observed dried a piece of leaf and also husk. We observed husk also, and also dried a piece of leaves also we observed with along the tiny type of paper. Understand? Then what I'm talking today, we observed before the particular objects are rubbing on a particular surfaces. Is it or not? Then what I'm saying today, so the particular object which is rubbing on a particular surface, the particular object which is rubbing on a particular surface, that we will discuss today. Then how those which objects are rubbing on a particular surfaces. To do that activity, to do that we need some of the materials, otherwise to write aim. What do you want write? Aim. What is the aim to identify this activity? To find effect, to find effect. What we are find effect? So of charged bodies, charged bodies, charged bodies which have been, which have been rubbed, which have been rubbed. What I'm saying to you, which have been rubbed by different materials, by different materials. So in our last class, in our last topic, what we discussed, so by rubbing with that particular bodies, after rubbing we brought near to the tiny type of papers and also husk. Otherwise we brought near to the tiny type of dried leaves. We observed, what we observed, those are attracted by the what a particular rubbed object. But now what we are going to talk about, to find what effects of charged bodies, effect of charged bodies which have been rubbed by different materials, which have been rubbed by different materials. Then what we need to do that, coming to the material required, what we need materials, material required. What are the material required? We need what we discussed last class, a ball pen, and this ball pen refill, balloon, comb, refill, balloon, comb. At the same time, continue to talk about an eraser. What we need? An eraser, a balloon, a comb, an eraser. Also, steel spoon, a steel spoon, and a polythene bag, a polythene sheet, and also we need plain paper, woolen cloth, and also we need what etc. We can take after we discuss remain etc. What we are taking material required ball pen refill, balloon, and comb, eraser, steel spoon, polythene sheet, plain paper, woolen cloth. These are the material required to do this activity. For what? To identify the water effects of charged bodies which have been rubbed by different materials. When you are rubbing on a particular surface, what we may observe? After rubbing, when you are bringing tiny type of papers near to that, means otherwise the rubbed body when you bring it to tiny type of papers, whether it is attracting or not, that we may consider here. Understand? Let's talk that what we are means what object is going to rub on a particular surface or particular surface which we are using to rub against each other. That we'll talk now. Coming to that, so we are going to identify object. What is that? Object means I am going to do that activity with the table direct. Procedure means by discussing procedure you can discuss about that object, and material used for rubbing. Material is used for rubbing. And also next thing, which paper means whether paper pieces are attracted, whether paper pieces are attracted or not, whether paper pieces are attracted, what we are going to ask, whether they are attracted or not. First thing we are going to talk about whether it is visible or not to you. See one, yes, and this is I am showing to you serial number. First thing, what I am going to refill. First object is a refill. So material is used to rubbing with three materials. I am going to talk plain paper, and another thing is a polythene sheet, and one more I am going to talk about polythene sheet after woolen cloth. So I am taking these materials, means material surfaces to rub with the refill. The refill rubbing on plain paper, polythene sheet, woolen cloth. So by rubbing with refill on the plain paper, whether tiny papers are attracted or not. See here what I am saying to you. The refill rubbing means we are rubbing with help of refill on plain paper. We are rubbing with help of what? Refill on plain paper. After rubbing that refill on plain paper, the refill you are bringing to the near tiny papers or piece of papers, we are going to observe whether it is attracted or not. In the same way, refill again, otherwise another ball pen refill we are rubbing on polythene sheet. After rubbing on the polythene sheet, whether that what happened, the piece of paper is attracted by the refill or not after rubbing on polythene sheet. At the same time, what I am saying to you, the refill, when it is rubbed on the woolen cloth, again you are bringing the refill near to the piece of paper. By that we can consider what happened. The papers, the piece of papers, whether they are attracting or not. So what is your observation to identify before we are? I already informed to you strictly one precaution when you are rubbing on the rubbed part should not touch with your hand. Means you should not in contact any of body part, and also you should not contact with any metal piece. Understand? So coming to that, what I'm going to say to you, see here, by rubbing with help of rubbing with help of refill on plain paper. After rubbing the refill by bringing near to the piece of paper, we did not get any identification to whether they are attracting or not. Means the piece of papers are not attracting. Piece of papers are not attracting when that refill is rubbed on the plain paper. These are very important to remember to talk next topic. And what we are going to discuss, for what we are discussing, this is because of to identify the cause to form destructive phenomena. What are destructive phenomena? I said to start with lesson. One is the lightning, one is the earthquake. Lightning, earthquake. We are talking about lightning. Is it or not? We're talking about lightning. So to talk about lightning, what I said a small definition for lightning, but what I'm saying to you, what are the cause to form a lightning? What is the cause to form a lightning? By the two, we are going to break that cause, how it is. So that's why to talk about next topic, we must know about the particular object and particular which is attract or not. Whether it is attract, what will happen? That is we'll talk in the next. Otherwise, understand? Coming to that. So refill after rubbing on polythene sheet means when we are rubbing with help of refill on surface of the polythene sheet. After rubbing by bringing near to the tiny type of piece of papers, we observed what we observed. The tiny papers are attracted to the tiny type of, otherwise piece of papers are attracted by the refill. Piece of papers attracted by the refill. Understand? And coming to that, when refill rubbed on the woolen cloth, by bringing after rubbing near to the piece of papers, we observe there is no attraction by the refill to the piece of paper. Same as we have different balloon, comb, eraser, steel spoon, and polythene sheet, plain paper, woolen cloth are the surfaces. What are those surfaces to which material used to rub? And those are we are utilizing to rub on the particular surfaces. Ball pen, refill we observe now only. Balloon, comb, eraser, spoon. Then we will discuss continue those how it is will be. Let's talk again. Are you understand what is the procedure? See here. Then after we'll talk about how those are rubbing on the particular surfaces and whether they are attracting or not. Means they are showing attraction force or not to what? To what? Tiny type of paper. Coming to that, what I am saying to you, object. This is an object, and one more material used for rubbing. Material used for rubbing, and whether paper pieces are attracted or not. Whether paper pieces are attracted, question mark. So first thing we observed refill. What we observed? Refill. What we observed, ma? Refill, ball pen refill. So we observed with materials plain paper. One is plain paper. Another thing is polythene sheet. Polythene sheet. And one more woolen cloth. Woolen cloth. And second thing, when we are going with the inflated balloon, inflated balloon, we are using dry hair, and another surface is polythene sheet, polythene sheet, and woolen cloth. And one more we are utilizing comb, plain paper, polythene sheet, woolen cloth, plain paper, polythene sheet, woolen cloth. Okay, and coming to that, eraser. So dry hair, whatever you can use dry hair in that whole situation also. Polythene sheet, and woolen cloth. And then after last one more, steel spoon. What are you using? Steel spoon. So plain paper, and polythene sheet, and woolen cloth. So is it visible to you? Yeah. So those are we are utilizing to rub with the help of particular materials. Just watch those and observe carefully. We'll back to by filling ink. Bhasan sir. లేదు కళ్ళు లేదా what a polythene sheet. When it is rubbed on polythene sheet by after rubbing by bringing near to the tiny type of papers or piece of papers, we can observe the papers will attract. Of course, we can say yes. We know well about woolen cloth. It is considered how like rough surface on the surface. Means it consists rough on the surface of woolen cloth. By rubbing with a refill on the woolen cloth, after rubbing by bringing near to the tiny type of papers, what happens? Those will attract by the refill because rough surface. And coming to that inflated balloon. By rubbing with inflated balloon on a dry hair, see there what I'm saying to you. When rubbing with balloon on a dry hair, by rubbing, take an inflated balloon, rub on your head with dry hair. After some interval of time, by rubbing after, lift slowly the balloon from your head. You have to lift the balloon slowly from your head. By lifting that, we can observe the hairs are attracting towards the balloon. Means rises towards the balloon by lifting. So after rubbing the balloon or inflated balloon, inflated means what we discussed today, the balloon which is filled with air. So after rubbing with dry hair by bringing it to the tiny type of piece of paper, already we discussed in last class, so those will attract to the balloon. The piece of paper will attract to the balloon. Understand? Coming to that, what I'm saying, one more thing. So polythene sheet. When balloon is rubbed on the surface of polythene sheet, when it rubbed on the polythene sheet, by bringing after rubbing it to the piece of papers, we observe the piece of papers are attracting to the balloon. The piece of papers are attracted or not? Yes, attracted. And same as by rubbing on woolen cloth also, the piece of papers are attracted with the balloon. Understand? Same as coming to the comb. When comb is what happens? Rub on plain paper, polythene sheet, woolen cloth. So polythene sheet, woolen cloth, and plain paper. See here what happened? Plain paper by rubbing with comb. After rubbing the comb, bring near to the tiny type of papers. There is no chance to identify the attraction between papers to the comb. And also we can identify when you are combing our hair. After combing with comb, by bringing near to the tiny papers, the tiny papers will attract to the comb when we comb to our hair. After combing our hair, by bringing near to the tiny papers, the papers will attract to the comb. Understand? But what I'm saying here, the comb rubbing on the plain paper, after rubbing on plain paper, the comb brings near to the piece of paper, but the piece of paper is not attracting. When in these two conditions, after rubbing in these two conditions, after rubbing by bringing comb near to the piece of paper, the piece of papers are attracting to the comb. Attracting to the comb. Understand what I'm saying to you? Attracting to the comb. And same as coming to that eraser, steel spoon. Eraser, steel spoon. By rubbing on the dry hair, polythene sheet, woolen cloth with the help of eraser, when you are rubbing with the help of eraser on the dry hair, polythene sheet, and woolen cloth, after rubbing, if you bring near to the tiny type of papers, we observe that any reaction between tiny type of papers to the eraser by rubbing with the three different surfaces. That's why we can say the papers are not attracted by the eraser. The tiny papers or piece of papers are not attracted by the eraser when it was rubbed on dry hair, polythene sheet, and woolen cloth. Understand? Same as coming to that steel spoon. What I'm saying to you, steel spoon. So when steel spoon rubbing on these particular surfaces, plain paper, polythene sheet, and woolen cloth, we observed after rubbing the steel spoon, when you are bringing near to the piece of papers, there is no attraction between piece of paper to the steel spoon. Means the papers are not attracted to the steel spoon when it rubbed on plain paper, polythene sheet, and woolen cloth. So we can say that what answer? No. What is the answer? We can say no. See, observe carefully. Observe carefully what I am saying to you. What I am saying to you. What we can observe? See carefully. So the particular object is rubbing on particular surface. In that situation, the papers are attracting or not? The papers are attracting or not? Why? Why the papers are attracting? Why the papers are not attracting? Why the papers are attracting? Why the papers are not attracting? Can you answer for that? To talk for that, we must know about what generally we know. What we know, when we are bringing iron nail near to the magnet, what we may observe, the iron nail can attract by the magnet. The nail can attract by magnet. The magnet pulls the iron nail. Magnet pulls the iron nail. Is it or not? Because magnet exerts a magnetic force around its field. So the object which placed in the field of magnet, it can exert a force, means it can experience the force. Understand? But there is no any such type of magnet. Then why those are attracting? Those are not a magnetic materials also, because of there is a charge. What we have to start here? Charge. What is that? Charge. When the bodies are rubbing on the particular surfaces, when the bodies are rubbing on the particular surfaces, by rubbing, the charge is showing on the surface of an object. Charge is showing on the surface of an object. How it can show the charge on a surface of an object? What type of charges are there? See there, what type of charges are there? Two type of charges are there. One is a positive charge, one is a negative charge. One is a positive charge, one is a negative charge. A force between charges of a body. A force between charges of a body. The bodies are carrying the charges. The force between charges of your bodies, that force is nothing as a electrostatic force. What is that? Electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. A force between charges of your bodies. A force between charges of your bodies is nothing as electrostatic force. Understand? So here we have to remember like poles and unlike poles, like charges, unlike charges. We know about magnetism. What about like poles will repel, unlike poles will attract each other. Same as like charges, unlike charges. Like charges will repel, unlike charges will attract each other. The piece of papers are attracted to the rubbed object. Why those are attracting? Because of the rubbed objects are showing a force to attract each other. That is nothing as electrostatic force. Then the rubbed object, which is that rubbed object is bringing near to the piece of papers. The piece of papers are attracted by the rubbed object, means that rubbed object is charged. Rubbed object is charged. An object is charged by the rubbing. An object is charged by the rubbing. Charged means it receives the energy. It gains the energy. What energy it can gain? What type of charge it can gain? That is a negative charge. The object which is gaining the charge by rubbing from other surfaces, it receives negative charge. The object which gains negative charge, it shows attracting property to the uncharged body or unlike charges. Understand? Let's talk about some more information about how it is going. Understand? Let's talk that to understand clearly how like it is. See what I am discussing to you. These are whole to what a bad secret means cause to form lightning. Cause to form lightning. Still we did not talk about lightning. Still we are understanding what is the cause to form a lightning. What is the cause to form a lightning? Understand? Coming to that. We are going to talk about types of charges and their interaction. Means what type of charges are there and how the interaction between them. What is the action? What is the force between them? That we have to talk now. Then to talk about that, what we may understand. See here, we are taking two sets of inflated balloons. Two sets of inflated balloons. What are taking? Two sets of inflated balloons. What are taking? Two sets. How like see here, I'm showing to you. This is one set. It is tied with a thread to the rigid support. Rigid support means fixed support. Those two are inflated balloons. Inflated balloons. Understand? See carefully what I'm doing. See here what I'm saying here. Before what I draw on the table column must be important. Understand? So coming to that, what I'm saying here, inflated balloon hanged to the rigid support in a fixed support. We are taking woolen cloth now. What I'm taking? Woolen cloth. By taking woolen cloth, rubbing to the both the inflated balloon. By taking woolen cloth. Before, what is the reaction we observed? That we have to remember. Okay? The woolen, by taking woolen cloth, we are rubbing to the both inflated balloons. Both inflated balloons. Before we suspended those two inflated balloons at a part of the distance, they should not in contact. They should not touch each other. Understand? Now we are taking a woolen cloth and rubbing to the both inflated balloons. After rubbing, we are leaving that individual. By leaving that, what happens? When both are coming contact to each other, what will happen? When the both are coming contact to each other, what we may observe here, see, the both balloons are rubbed. Both balloons are rubbed with woolen cloth. We must remember what I'm saying to you. Woolen cloth. So both are rubbed with what? Woolen cloth means inflated balloons. After rubbing, we are leaving those. When those two are coming contact, when balloons are coming contact to each other, we observe they are repelling each other. They are repelled each other. What we observe here, they are repelled. Both balloons are, when contact each other, both balloons are repelled. What happened? Repelled means the both balloons are move away each other. The both balloons are moving away each other. They are not in contact with each other. They are not in contact to each other. Understand? See there what I'm saying? We took two inflated balloons and suspended to the rigid support at a part of the distance. They both are not in the contact. Understand? After rubbing with woolen cloth to the both inflated balloons and leaving in contact, when they are coming to the contact, we observe carefully. What we observe, the both balloons are not coming to the contact. They both are moving away from each other by repelling each other. The both balloons are repelled each other. Then what happened? Why? This is first thing. Why? They both repelled each other. Second thing, we are observing one more thing. Take a refill and rub it with polythene sheet. Keep it gently into the plastic tumbler. What we are doing here? Take a plastic tumbler. What I'm saying? Place in here. Take a plastic tumbler. Second thing, tumbler means glass, which is transparent. Tumbler, and take a refill, ball pen refill. Take a refill and rub it with polythene sheet. What I'm saying here, refill we am taking, rubbing with polythene sheet. After rubbing with polythene sheet, we place it in a plastic tumbler. What I'm saying here, this is water. What is this? Plastic tumbler. Okay, this is a refill. What is this? Is refill. Take a refill and rub with the help of polythene sheet and place in a plastic tumbler. Take another refill. And again rub it with polythene sheet. When we place, after rubbing another refill with the polythene sheet, after rubbing the rubbered refill, another refill bring near to the first refill, which is placed in a plastic tumbler. We are taking two refills. One we rubbed with polythene sheet that we place in plastic tumbler. Another refill we are rubbing with polythene sheet, and that rubbed water refill with polythene sheet that we are bringing near to the first rubbed refill, which is placed in plastic tumbler. What we may observe here? What we observe? The both refills are repelled each other. Both refills are repelled each other. Why? In this situation also, those two inflated balloons are rubbed with woolen cloth, then they both repelled each other when they are in contact. When the refills are rubbed with polythene, by bringing contact, they are repelling each other. They are not coming contact to each other. Then why? Why it is not coming to, what we can identify? Can you answer for that? So in this situation, what happened? Two inflated balloons. In this situation, two inflated balloons. So rubbed with woolen cloth. In that situation, what happened? Two refills. Rubbed on the polythene sheet. Rubbed on polythene sheet. In these two situations, though both are repelled each other. Third situation, I'm talking to you. Third situation is take one rubbed balloon and take one rubbed refill. Take one rubbed refill and bring to contact each other. Bring to contact each other. By bringing contact to each other, we observed they both are attracting each other. They both are attracting each other. Attracting each other. See here, three situations I'm talking to you. What I'm talking to you? Three situations. What are those three situations? One is two inflated balloons rubbing with woolen cloth. Second thing, two ball pen refills rubbed with polythene sheet. In the two situations, when we brought near to those same of them, we observed what? They both are repelled each other. In this situation, we took one rubbed balloon, one rubbed refill from the tumbler. By bringing contact to each other, we observed they both are attracting each other. They both are attracting each other. So in these two situations, we observed repelled each other. In another situation, what happened? We observed attract each other. Repelled each other, attract each other. What we observed? Repel each other, attract each other. Then what happened? Repelled means what type of? How like those? What are there? Means before we discussed why they are attracting, why they are repelling, because of charges. They are gaining what? Charges. They are gaining charges. By rubbing on the particular surfaces, they are gaining particular charges. The substance, the object which gains negative charge, it shows attracting to the another object. Means what we can observe from this situation. So two types of charges are there. One is similar charges. One is not different charges. One is similar charges. One is different charges. Means like charges, unlike charges. Like charges, unlike charges. Similar charges means same. Different means unlike. In these two situations, first and two situations, what we observe, they both are similar charges. When these two inflated balloons are rubbed with woolen cloth, we observe repelled both. Means they both are having same charges. Means like charges. The refills are rubbed with polythene sheet after bringing near to both each other. After bringing contact to each other, we observed they both repelled. Means in that situation also, the both refills are having what? Same charge. Means what we observe from these two situations, similar charges where they are in contact each other, they may repel each other. Means they may both move away from each other. Understand? Yes. What I'm saying here, like charges, similar charges means like charges. When like charges are present each other, means close to each other, we observe what? There is a repulsion between the like charges. Repulsion between like charges means they may move far from each other. They may move away from each other. Where there is a unlike charges, where there is unlike charges contact each other, they both are going to attract. They both are coming to attract. They both are pulling to each other. They both are pushing to each other. Repulsion is pushing and pulling is attract. A nail pulled by the magnet to attract each other. Unlike charges are attracting each other by pulling. and like charges are pushing each other to avoid, means to make the repulsion. Understand? We observed type of charges. Two type of charges are there. One is like charges, unlike charges, similar charges, and different charges. Similar charges and different charges. By that, what you observe? Similar charges are repelled each other. Like charges are repelled each other. Different charges, unlike charges, are attract each other. Unlike charges are attract each other. Understand? Do you understand what I am saying to you? So how like those? Then what type of charges are there? What type of charges are there? There are two type of charges. One is a positive and one is a negative. One is a positive charge, one is a negative charge. Because we observed two different charges. One is a like charges and one is a unlike charges. Then like charges means like poles means north north, south south. Unlike means north south, south north. Same as the charges are two types. One is a positive charge, one is a negative charge. One is a positive charge, one is a negative charge. The force between the charges of your bodies. The force between the charges of your bodies is nothing else electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. Let me identify. So the object which is rubbed on the particular surface, which is getting positive, which is getting negative, which is getting positive, which is getting negative. That will identify. Positive charge, negative charge. Positive charge, negative charge. So glass, okay, and it is rubbed with the silk. It is rubbed with the silk. And next thing, wool, and flannel. Flannel means fur. Okay. Amber, ebonite, and also rubber, plastic, and coming to that, ebonite, polythene, and coming to that, dry hair, comb, and also you can write balloon also for that. What you can write? Balloon. Coming to that, when glass rubbed on the silk, silk cloth, silk means silk cloth. When glass rubbed on the silk cloth, the glass getting the positive charge, silk cloth gaining the negative charge. When silk cloth brings near to the tiny type of papers, those tiny type of papers will attract by the silk cloth. Those tiny type of papers will attract by the, what we can say, attract by the silk cloth. Means what I am saying to you here, when glass rod is rubbed with silk cloth, so silk is gaining what is negative charge. Silk acquires negative charge, glass rod acquired positive charge. So when silk cloth brings tiny type of papers, the tiny type of papers will attract to the silk. And when wool, so woolen cloth or fur, flannel means fur, cat fur, such like. So wool or fur. So when those are rubbed with help of amber, ebonite, rubber, plastic. These are the objects. When these objects are rubbing on the woolen cloth or fur, we may observe these will get negative charge. When those will bring near to the uncharged or thin type of papers, those will attract by those. These will get positive charge. Understand? Same as ebonite. Ebonite is when it is rubbing with polythene sheet, the polythene sheet will get negative charge, ebonite rod will get positive charge. And dry hair, when combing on dry hair to the dry hair, by after rubbing the comb bringing to the tiny type of paper, the tiny type of paper will attract to the comb. See, in this situation, when you are performing these activities, when we are bringing glass rod and ebonite rod, glass rod wool or ebonite and wool cloth or dry hair, any two of these from situation, from this wing, from this side wing, if you bring any two to contact each other, we may observe repel each other because similar charges. Same as when you are bringing any substance from this situation, from that wing, what you may observe? Repel each other. Where there is a chance to bring those any two with unlike charges, what you may observe? They may attract each other. They may attract each other. Understand what I'm saying to you? We must remember those what I'm saying to you. We must remember to you what I'm saying. What are the charges are present on that? Understand? And coming to that, let's identify charges. We identify how the charges, what is the interaction between the charges, what is the interaction between charges. Then next we have talk about to identify the what is charge present on a body. Up to now what we discussed, what type of charges are there, what is the interaction are there, before that how they are attracting by rubbing. Why they are attracting? Because by rubbing they are getting charge. Then to identify charge present on a body, what you have to identify? To find the presence of charge on a body. By using these to identify that. See here what I'm saying, we are generally saying by rubbing each other, we are getting particular charge on that, with positive charge on this and negative charge on those. But what I'm saying, the charge present on that, we have to identify the charge present on the particular substance by using telescope, gold leaf electroscope. What you can say? Gold leaf electroscope, another device. Gold leaf electroscope. What you can say? Gold leaf electroscope is a device. It can identify what is the charge present on a particular object. Gold leaf telescope can explain what, ma? Gold leaf telescope. Sorry, gold leaf electroscope. Gold leaf electroscope. Gold leaf electroscope. It is a device. It can identify the charge present on a object. That we will see in the next class. How the device will work. What is the condition? What are the charges are present? How those are getting by the what method? How the charges are getting by the bodies? What are the methods to get the charges? Understand? Without any methods, there is no chance to get charges. We done rubbing, no. Is it or not how the charges are transferring? Then we can explain what is the cause to form water lightning. Understand? Let's talk in the next class. See you in the next class. Have a good day to you.